Powhatan Confederacy. Jamestown fared better under John Smith, who took control of the colony and built a fort in 1608. He forced the settlers to work harder and to build better housing by creating rules that rewarded harder workers with food. The colonists received help from the powerful Powhatan Confederacy of Native Americans after Smith made an agreement with them. The Powhatan brought food to help the colonists and taught them how to grow corn. In 1609, some 400 more settlers arrived in Jamestown. That winter, disease and famine once again hit the colony. The colonists called this period of the starving time. By the spring of 1610, only 60 colonists were still alive. Jamestown failed to make a profit until colonist John Rolfe introduced a new type of tobacco that sold well in England. War in Virginia. John Rolfe married Pocahontas, daughter of the Powhatan leader, in 1614. Their marriage helped the colonists form more peaceful relations with the Powhatan. However, Pocahontas died 3 years later in England, where she was visiting with Rolfe. In 1622, colonists killed a Powhatan leader. The Powhatan responded by attacking the Virginia settlers later that year. Fighting between the colonists and the Powhatan continued for the next 20 years. Because the London Company would not protect its colonists, the English crown canceled the company's charter in 1624. Virginia became a royal colony and existed under the authority of a governor chosen by the king. Daily life in Virginia. In early Virginia, people lived in scattered farms rather than in towns. Tobacco farmers established large farms called plantations. Tobacco was so valuable that it was sometimes used as money. Headright system. These plantations were made possible in part by the headright system, which was started by the London Company. Under the system, colonists who paid their own way to Virginia received 50 acres of land. A colonist could earn another 50 acres for every additional person brought from England. Rich colonists who brought servants or relatives to Virginia gained large amounts of land. Labor in Virginia. Colonists in Virginia suffered very high death rates, which led to labor shortages. The majority of workers were indentured servants. These servants signed a contract to work for 4 to 7 years for those who paid for their journey to America. Expansion of slavery. Not all laborers in Virginia came from Europe. A Dutch ship brought the first Africans to Virginia in 1619. Some Africans were servants. Others had been enslaved. Some African servants became successful farmers when their contracts ended. The demand for workers was soon greater than the supply of people willing to work as indentured servants. Over time, the cost of slaves fell. These factors led some colonists to turn to slave labor. By the mid-1600s, most Africans in Virginia were being kept in lifelong slavery. Bacon's Rebellion. As plantations grew, the economy of Jamestown began to expand. Soon colonial officials began to ask for more taxes. During the mid-1600s, poor colonists protested the higher taxes. They were also upset about the governor's policy toward Native Americans. They thought the colony was not well protected against attack. In 1676, a group of former indentured servants led by Nathaniel Bacon attacked some friendly American Indians. Bacon opposed the governor's policies promoting trade with American Indians. He also thought the colonists should be able to take the Indians' land. When the governor tried to stop him, Bacon and his followers attacked and burned Jamestown in an uprising known as Bacon's Rebellion. At one point, Bacon controlled much of the colony. He died of fever, however, and the rebellion soon ended.